Except
Welcome everyone to Beyond Sight, a channel geared towards espiritismo, spiritual development, guidance, and inspirations. And once again, my name is Sandra, and I am your host. Welcome to my channel. As always, hoping everyone is in good health and wearing a smile on their face. Yeah. Smile because, we don't want to cry. So, um, welcome. How is everyone doing? Yes, doing good. Living life. Are you on your life purpose? Or you still have not gotten that aha moment? It's okay. It's okay. Some of us, it takes a little longer. Unfortunately, some people get that aha moment at the end of their lives. But that's just the way it is written. You know. Excuse me. Um, so it's okay. But if you're in the group that has already gotten that moment and knows exactly what their purpose is, good for you. Fantastic. Live it large, and don't deter, no matter what, you know. Like I've mentioned before, you might have a feeling to uh, to paint, and it brings you pleasure and brings other people pleasure. That's the life purpose. Singing, dancing, gardening, writing poems, writing stories, doing these videos. Yeah, you know, touching someone else in a positive way. Counseling, police, president of the United States, ballerina, your life purpose, what you enjoy doing, what you feel is right in your heart, okay? And brings joy to others. Yes. So today's topic is simplicity and compulsive human behavior. Um, I'm not a doctor. I don't have a PhD, as I've mentioned before, but I do have a pretty huge desire to enlighten people and put a smile on your face. So that's my PhD. That is my purpose of life. Besides being a cancer, that I'm very nurturing and emotional type of mother. Uh, I want everyone to to feel good. And sometimes I don't feel good, but as mothers, we disregard how we feel. At times, which isn't right, but we have to work on that, right? Because if we're not right, our children, our friends, loved ones, etc., will not be right. But anywho, simplicity and compulsive behavior. Again, I'm not a doctor. I don't have no PhD, but um, I do have a lot of experience, and I do have some tools under my belt of 25 years of mentoring in a rehabilitation center. So and my experiences that speaks louder than words. Okay, what my mentors have taught me. So I'm going to give you a mini story of analogy a mentor once told me. But let's first define compulsive behavior. As most of us know, compulsive is something that you do over and over and over and over again, right? There are compulsive gamblers, there are compulsive uh, drug users, there are compulsive eaters, um, sexually could be a compulsive. Uh, Hoarding, you know, some people, the list could go on, but let's just talk about the basics. So, I have to admit, I am an emotional hoarder. Okay, I've gotten better with time, but I am an emotional hoarder. Um, I have my shirt that I gave birth to my first son, and I'm telling her my age, but no matter. It was in '79. Okay, I have both of my sons' baby clothes, what they came out of the hospital, footprints, etc. Um, Little bands. I have tickets of the first uh, movie I went to, first flower I was given to. Yeah, uh, you know, and on and on. My grandchildren now, my treasure chest has become big because I have their bats' clothes and first shoe, you know, first pamper they peed. Yeah, emotional hoarder. Uh, they're they have no function, but only in my heart, right? But there are other things that I have saved that I've gotten rid of. For example, if anybody remembers the track tapes, you know, yeah, videos, VHS. I got a closet full of VHS tapes. I still got all my CD tapes. I have cassette tapes. You know, hoarder. Yeah. But anyway, I'm mentioning all these things because all these things affect our emotional state. And when we're in a clutter like that, physically, we're also cluttered emotionally. You know, so this stops our alignment with purpose. So compulsive. behavior is is doing something in layman's terms, doing something um, that triggers your emotional state, as I mentioned. Some of us do it consciously, and some of us do it unconsciously. You know, some of the some are no harm, like saving the baby clothes. My son's first kindergarten certificate. You know, those things are no harm. But when we go over that line and put a danger to ourselves, whether it's mentally or physically. For another example, I heard this gentleman that he collected newspapers, and his home was full of newspapers, stacks and stacks, over 6, 7 feet tall, of newspapers. He had them in his closet. He had them on the side of his bed, in the living room, bathtub, kitchen, everywhere. He couldn't cook because there was so many newspapers everywhere, every single where. You know, barely could walk in and out of the apartment. Um, and one day he was sleeping, and I don't know how, but um, the house caught on fire, and the gentleman couldn't get out fast enough, so he burned to death. So that's what I mean when when I say some of these compulsive behaviors are very dangerous. Okay, this is the moment that you need to seek um, a professional. Okay, and have no shame in it. You know, have shame if you do not get help. Okay, so yeah. So back to the story. My mentor, it's like not a story but an analogy. She had said to us one time, and I quote, you know, there was the woman, and she had her husband and family, and I'm gonna use drugs, okay, for that analogy. But remember, it could be anything. It could be sex. It could be money, spending money, buying clothes, anything. Okay. So she had just gotten paid. Her husband didn't know that she got that she was using drugs. So she was trying to get out the house before her husband came, so she go get some drugs and come back, and you don't notice it. But the man knew. So he came home early, and she had anxieties. She was frustrated. So she asked him, you know, was he going out? Was he gonna go take a bath? That she'll be right back. Um, she was gonna go to the store, and he mentioned to her, "No, I'll go to the store for you. What do you need?" So that got her a little upset, right? Because it's messing up her plan. So she slams a book on the table. So they started debating there, and she got authority in her head, or you know, figured if if I start arguing with him, you know, I could storm out the door and have an excuse to run down the block and get me some drugs. So she started slamming cabinets and picking a fight out of nowhere. And the dude stood cool and quiet. And that got her more upset. So you see how this chain reaction is happening. So she turns around and one of the kids walk in. She yells at the child. The child runs into the room and slams the door. She runs after the child and yells at him again and slams the door. Here comes the dog walking in the room, and she kicks the dog. She keeps walking, storms out the front door. The cat crosses the path, and she kicks the cat. And she says to herself mentally, oh, yes, I'm so frustrated. They don't understand me. I'm upset. These people get in my way. I'm going to go use drugs. So she justified, for her using drugs. It was a chain reaction.
Preparing 3 period, preparing 3 period.
Always
preparing 3 period, preparing 3 period.
Sorry.
Preparing.
My phone is always preparing. I'm so sorry. But we'll go on. So, how when human compulsive behavior, this is what happens. We're not thinking logically. We're just acting out an impulse. There's something going on in our neurons up there that's not connecting. And we want that instant gratification, whether it's drugs or food, sex, buying clothes. It makes us feel better. Not that we need it, Like I don't need to save every ticket of the movies, but it's an emotional attachment, right? There's something not computing up there that is not registering, that I'm just going by an emotion and a feeling. And not that it's wrong to go by your feeling or emotion, but we have to discern. We have to learn how to define, these two, because love is an emotion, it's a warm, sensitive feeling, compassion, sadness, happiness, all those are good, but when it exceeds to a point, that's when it becomes, and we're not actually thinking, we're just reacting. That's when it becomes a compulsive behavior. And like I said, many times it's because we want that instant gratification, now, as a drug user, or or someone that uses food as a blanket, as a security blanket, let's call it, So, like I mentioned before, when we learn to identify these things about ourselves, and we don't let ego take over us, we're in a better place for ourselves and those that are around us, because this does affect others. You know, it affects our partner if you have one. You know, it affects our family members, our children, brothers, sisters, mothers, even our animals. You know, even our dogs and cats. You know, they'll be affected. You know, so being vigilant on these points, and when we learn how to identify, you know, that there is an issue, you know, the better off you'll be, you know, and the quicker you could attach to your purpose, because all of these negative compulsive behaviors are blockage, you know. And then, as I tell many of my clients, don't be ashamed to ask for help. You know, reach out and ask someone. Go to a professional. Go to a friend. Someone that you could trust, and someone that will be non-judgmental. You know, um, someone that won't be, you know, throwing it back in your face or being a hypocrite. Excuse me. So, yeah, you know, I've been in that road, you know, for a bit, and like I say, I'm not perfect, you know. Still, at times, you know, things do creep in, but the difference between me now to me then, I know how to identify, and I know, you know, when this let's call it monsters is trying to creep back in, you know. Um, but this is part of human nature. It doesn't have to be in full force, but it's part of human nature, you know. And yeah, you know, if you don't know how to identify it, you know, you're going to be in shit. I keep saying that over and over again because it's very important. If you're trying to reach your higher self, if you're trying to to align yourself with purpose and your higher source, Lord Jesus, um, this is a blockage, you know. Not to say that the Lord Jesus doesn't love you, you know. I'm not one to say that, but um, you will not be living your life purpose. Okay, you cannot, because it, you know, we're here to transform and transcend, and that's not transforming or transcending. You know, you can't have it your way. It's not Burger King. You know, you can't go around life, you know, saying the fuck it's, you know, that got a lot of people high, you know. And if you don't know, you need to ask someone that used to do drugs or that does drugs. Okay, that was the main uh, okay word to say, you know, to have an excuse. Fuck it, you know. I'm gonna go get numb, you know. Boom. Some people might not use the drugs, might use something else, like I mentioned, food, sex, spending money, etc. You know, but it's the same dilemma. You said, fuck it, you know, fuck it. I'm not going to clean the house, you know. Meantime, the roaches and rats and worms are coming out of the ceiling and the woodwork. You know, we can't live like that. You know, we have to identify, you know, our issue and or where we need more help or and reach out. If you don't know how to fix it, reach out because we're not born knowing everything. Okay, we learn as we go. Each one teach one. Yeah. So you know, trying to put the power, get holding the power over someone else. You know, and again using that fuck it word, it's it's not only hurting that person, you're hurting yourself also. So you need to open up your eyes. You know, and not everyone has the right words for you. Not everyone has the right your better interest for you. Family, mother, brother, sister, best friend. Okay, you'd be surprised. They chew on your ear, and they want you to be as miserable as they are. You know, that saying, misery loves company. Okay, food for thought. And then there's those that then there's those that would turn around and go into the occult and try to manipulate energy in a negative way. You know, not being aligned, not knowing who they spirits, positive spirits are, not ever lit up a candle to pray to our Lord Jesus, you know. But you're gonna go grab some voodoo or black spell from a book, or there's plenty of them here on the YouTube channels. You know, you go on and you do one of those um, spells that they put up on these YouTube channels. You know, and I'm not knocking nobody. You do what you think is best for you, but that is not the best. I'm telling you. You know, Book of Shadows, really, really, no, no. You know why? Because you don't know your, and I'm gonna be blunt and raw. You don't know your face from your ass, and you're gonna use the Book of Shadows. Really? Do you know the demons that you're opening up there? And you might affect the person that you're sending it to. But let me tell you something. You gotta pay. You gotta pay back that demon. It has to go somewhere. Okay? And guess what? It's coming back to you. You're the owner. Okay? And if you're not ready, if you're not prepared, if you don't know how to get rid of those, that's a message for someone, okay? Heed the word, all right? Open up the Bible and and search for the word, the enlightened word. because uh, and again, that's a message for a couple of people that needs to hear that. But simplicity, you know, would be you know, okay, it's raining and you was planning a picnic, instead of getting all bent out of shape or getting sad or angry or frustrated, right? What would be the simpler thing to do? You know, have a bright idea. Let's do the picnic inside. Or we'll wait till it stops raining. Or we'll do it another day, right? And it's okay. But when we're in that compulsive behavior, it's like a fierce wheel, you know. It just goes around and around and around and around and around, and we lose it, you know. So what? Your husband didn't bring you the milk. So instead of yelling and screaming at him, you know, that's going to have a reaction, right? Because he's not going to stay shut. Okay, remind him, or go downstairs yourself and get the milk, right? Simplicity. Have to find a way to, iron out these kinks. Because the wheel is rolling down the steep hill, and it's going faster and faster and faster. The smallest bump either could stop it, or it's gonna send it out of total whack. So I don't know about you, but I'm trying to live in simplicity. I'm not trying to overwork myself or make, issues where there really isn't, you know. And again, I'm not taking away, that sometimes, our pain is our pain, you know. But if we sit down for a second instead of reacting and think about, why we're angry, why we're frustrated, you know, um, maybe you come to realize that, it wasn't really all of that. It was a small thing. I could have fixed it. Or, I could do this. Why he or she goes do that, you know. Why am I going to get upset if my son came home and he instead of getting an A in his report card, he got a C, you know. Yeah, I'll be a little bit disappointed, but I'm not going to yell and scream and punish him or beat him, you know. I would sit down with him and find out, where is he lacking? How could I assist him to get to that A, or at least that B, you know? Because again, you're not only chopping down the other person, you're chopping down yourself. So, yeah, I like simplicity today. You know, it's like I say, many people say love hurts, but I don't think that, when you're truly in love, it has to hurt. You know, it shouldn't have to hurt. You know, whether you're loving your boyfriend, husband, partner, loving a child, mother, brother, etc. You know, it should come easy. You know why? Because you should know that we all different. You know, we have all different likes and forms of being. But when a family member gets together and where we sit down and we agree on one issue, you know, and that issue creates many more issues, and we're both looking at the same direction. We're both looking towards the same goal. You know, that's simplicity. You know, so I hope you receive some type of message from my platform today, and yeah, I got much more to say, but you know, at the moment, I don't want to take it west. We're good. Yes. As I always mention to you guys, you know, uh, we're not alone. You know, besides sitting and speaking to our guardian angel or our higher source, you know, they are professionals. They are family members, you know, that you could reach out to. Um, if not, like I said, go sit under a tree, talk to a bird. You'd be surprised how much it helps. You know, do not stuff or stifle. Okay, those are two no-nos. You must get it out some way. Even writing, write it down. You know, do a journal. And if you don't want nobody to read it, write it down on a piece of paper and then burn it. Break it up. But the thing is that you got it out of your conscious and subconscious. You know, you have to clear that clutter up in the brain up there somewhere. All right, my lovelies. I'm not gonna hold you much longer. I want to mention my Poke card collector community, and shout out to Poke Bronx 718 NYC and Treo 69. I love you guys very much. My grandchildren, Jaden, Hunter, and my little new cupcake with sprinkles, Alice. Yeah. My baby's over there in Florida too. Libby, MJ, and Honesty. Hi. And yeah, my CO's over here. Giovanni, Jeremiah, Lupita, and Jesus. Yeah. And let's not forget Shelly. Let's throw her in there too. Okay? Yeah, baby. Anywho, I hope everyone has a blessed day, and stay tuned. I'm thinking and planning what to do for my birthday. So stay tuned, y'all. Don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm just saying, okay. So I'm gonna bid you luz y progreso para ti, tu espíritu. Be blessed and be well, my lovelies. And remember, um, the smallest star in a dark sky shines brightly. Yes, it does. No matter what, you shine too. Love you guys. Wait. So I am your host, remember, and my name is Sandra, and I send you love, light, and blessings. Puck her up. Come on, let me see them lips puck up. Ooh, like that. Ooh. Smooches later.